kid, and then this person posted this kid too. Dang. Wait, this is like they know us from our kids. So we don't ever.
Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For easports college football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the... First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has this skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Back to pass, it's Howard. Unloads it left. It's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's looking to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. Third and goal coming up here. Looking to throw it again. Snags it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Snapped it in the shotgun. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down, fourth and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And he breaks into the open. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it first and 10 outside the 40. He fires a bullet to the right, and they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking to throw for it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Florida 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Forced out of the pocket. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Touchdown, Florida! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the Buckeyes will keep this drive going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He's looking for a man on second down. Throws to the back. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
Timeout, Ohio State.
First and goal for the offense. Dropping back, it's Howard. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 32.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead.
The kicker on the extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. To get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
On the move, he fires. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half.
Ohio State 21, Florida 7.
And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
First and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped him out.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you could tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
They want to just keep throwing it. They're trying to get to it. He'll let one go down the right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got rid of it just in time. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
This offense has a second down play. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's going for the big play. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Wayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Coming after him. Still looking. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 28, Florida 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He lobs one high down the left side. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Gators are flying down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Dances away to buy time. Got a man. It's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. Because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll throw it on 1st down. Going up top. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
He's got his man. The Gators get it past the sticks. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. One more play to pad the stats. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They get to him as he throws. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
So that's going to do it.
Chat, that was rough, man. I ain't gonna lie. Motherfucker was rushing 3 and dropping in the coverage with fucking a D lineman, bro. And we could not block. And we couldn't get no separation on offense. I'm talking about we was getting strapped the fuck up, bro. We couldn't get no separation. "47 game streak snapped in that fashion." That's terrible, bro. Damn, bro. We just couldn't get shit going. I don't know what to say.
Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
That was embarrassing, bro. We got that bell put on our ass right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it across the 20 to the 21 and not quite what...
You up?
Taking the touchback.
You get sleep?
Line gets set, first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be...
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Back to throw. It's Lagway. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on 1st down. They'll try the right side. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers. Yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to get the corner. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Getting some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Might be looking to run. He chucks one out to the right. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes.
Good defense.
For this offense.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets it out fast. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. Open
Good
space.
shit, boy.
Touchdown, Florida. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They'll go right back to him. Tackle is made after
Motherfucker
the first
tackled
down.
him forward for 5
Well,
yards.
that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Ran through the contact. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The run to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's still 3rd and goal. The DBs will back off a bit. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The throw to the outside is complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
To the air, it's Orgy. Still looking, on the move. Let's it fly.
Give me that shit, boy.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Yeah, that was clutch, bro. Nah, we not gonna get the 50 piece, bro. It just ended at 47. We just got our ass whooped.
The Gators will kick it off.
I'm talking about got our motherfucking ass whooped.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good
Yeah, we got to try to start another one, man.
Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
Coming up, 4th down.
Man, I'm saying, bro, them motherfucker, I couldn't get 3-man rush and he was just strapping my ass, bro. I couldn't do shit.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. You want to talk about converting a 4th down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. 4th down time. You only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ohio State's always a struggle, bro.
Them
motherfuckers. It's always a struggle game against them. But that specific game, bro, was crazy.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Across the 25, he's got room.
How do we not tackle him?
Punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse's going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. He'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll leave it with him. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to
Good
score.
defense.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Here he goes, breaking the pocket.
Good defense.
He releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot.
He got to the 1 yard line. We stopped that shit, man. Let's go.
They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Plows through the defense. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Here's the score. Florida 14, Michigan 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stint, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down.
Save the rosters for 26.
Find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
The handoff to Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job.
Yeah, they need to, like, so you don't have to go in and do it every time. That definitely needs to happen. And the uniforms.
Punt it over and let your defense finish out the game, or do you trust your quarterback?
But I think it was clutch. They put the you can
win the game right now.
you can save like your audibles and shit. That was clutch.
And the Gators will
I used to hate having to do that shit every game.
The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground.
But you know, one thing at a time. This year we get the audibles. Next year we get the rosters. You know, it's gonna come together. They need to put that cross-play in Dynasty too. We'll be on our way to having the perfect game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Nah, you
After the
motherfucker,
quarterback and receiver
motherfucker be
clear,
sliding
they
all
look
over
up.
the
They'll
place
try
in
it
that
again
rain.
on second down. To the air, it's Orgy. They're trying to get to it. Discards a man. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow.
Yeah, the
evade
mascot
that
mashup, bro. That
Nobody
shit
open
was.
downfield, throws it away.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I think online it's always a good day when you play the ranked shit, but I think if you play like Dynasty and shit, you can get some weather games.
He's going to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Morris. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense.
I mean, do motherfuckers really want the stadium posts on in the online ranked games? It's gonna be hard to play with a team that's like a tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 team at Ohio State, at Bama with that shit. Like, I think a lot of that shit they can just save for the dynasties for real.
Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong.
Yeah, that'll be tough, bro. The motherfuckers can't even see their receiver icons and all that shit.
Taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can help.
Bro, if they put that shit on like Road to College Football playoff, bro, it's just gonna be another reason for motherfuckers to play with the best teams. At least, like, if it's like this, it's somewhat, a little more fair. You have a chance if you play with a lower tier team.
But sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Quickly complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunity.
No, I mean, it's not about being on the road. It's when, like, if I go on the road, if I'm at Bama and they had that shit on, bro, that shit would be weak.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
I mean, yeah, if they're on the road, yeah.
41 with a 1st and 10.
But if you go to Bama, it's a wrap. It's down there a wrap.
He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how.
True.
I say that receivers got to understand.
You have to run the ball and get a lead first.
For that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
Imagine what they'll be doing the Lagway with the post on, bro. That motherfucker would be overthrowing all type of out routes, check down routes. They already be bullshitting.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
They keep attacking through the air. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver.
Hold the ball, bro.
Complete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room into the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds. You can live to play another day here on this drive.
To throw, it's Lagway. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a
Bro,
return
no.
here. He'll make
Anyone that plays with a tier 1 this year is going to play with a tier 1 next year, bro.
A first down for the offense. DB's right up on the receivers. The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Milrow. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, bro. You know, I mean, fuck. They're the best teams.
It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure.
So whichever tier 1 got the best playbook next year,
Make sure you get this football out of your hands.
that's what they're going to play with.
To not take a sack or worse, turn the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got away from trouble.
Look at that shit, stupid.
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Touchdown, Gator! What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this.
Law left. It's all right. They got another 98 overall who's coming in as a freshman or something.
Play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
Yeah. You know, it's Bama, bro. They got motherfuckers coming in.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Power football with the run. Fighting off the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime.
Yeah, Williams is going to be crazy next year. And Jeremiah Smith, number 4 from Ohio State. He was a freshman, too. He about to be crazy, too.
Looking to throw, it's Milrow. Looking to the big tight end.
Oh, what happened there?
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Shakes off the tackler. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out.
That's crazy. He read that shit wrong and still just ran around my fucking DM. Yeah, they couldn't bench Milrow, bro. Who was they gonna go to?
He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Finds his man.
Good shit, Marshall.
Stopped after making the catch.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
A third and long coming up here. Off play action. Now adjusting. Fires on the move. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum.
But that loss against Oklahoma, it wasn't a. I mean, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't a. That was a whole team loss, bro. Oklahoma beat their ass that game.
Comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. It in. It's Miller.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The corners are walked up tight. The run from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Finds his big tight end.
What are we doing?
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Milrow.
Let him hold on to that shit.
Complete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. After the incompletion, they go back up top.
Give me that shit.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give out of the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short game.
Great defense, man.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off.
I mean, yeah, they might be tier 2 next year, bro. Florida, because they're 85 now. They're 85 overall now, and they're tier 3. So, I mean, if Lagway get any better, they should be at least like an 88.
scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this.
Yeah, I can't believe you threw that shit,
at
bro.
the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. To the air, it's Milrow.
Yes, sir.
And they'll miss
Fuck
the
you thought.
connection here on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick
That
hitter
was
and
a
drop
hell
the
of a
ball
fucking
very
play right
quickly,
there.
But the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, trying to keep
No, sir. Oh, we tackled. Man.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the
Come
first
on,
down.
bruh.
That time they were in their
We got
own
2 people on
territory.
him. He's
That
going to
took
drag
some,
us forward for 3 yards.
fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going forward on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it
Okay.
himself. Oh, how did he make that? Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Comes out throwing on first down.
Oh, now we can tackle
Able
him.
to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The pocket broke down, and the
Bro, I never
quarterback
said y'all
had to
didn't have a
take
good
the
thing
sack.
going, bro. I just think it's not going to be next year. I think it's going to be the next year, bro, that y'all could be a problem.
Up front, they're able to get to the quarterback.
Like, next season, y'all, it'll be a big jump. But then the season in 2 years, y'all going to be a deal, bro.
Pushes the ball back for this long second down. Looking to throw, it's Milrow. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Hey, Runs, is that you? Exotic Perp? Is that you?
Playbook opens up on first down from the 44. They'll give it to Johnson. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback checking the play. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. And the pressure
Jesus,
gets
line.
turned down goes the quarterback.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida 10, Alabama 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just...
Got him up out of here.
Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed. They'll stop him at the 16. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender.
The ball carried by a receiver. That was made at the 17-yard line. Second down coming up.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Hawkins. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
All kinds of running room.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unloads to the right.
What? They didn't even put my fucking hands up.
On 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable
What is
3rd
that?
and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Using his feet to buy time. They'll force him out of bounds after
I'm out of bounds, ref. God damn.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 7, SMU 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown!
Good blocking
Gators.
line.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Number 26, set to kick off.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. First down for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Slings it downfield. Oh, he had his man for a big gainer, and he just flat missed him.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that.
Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's looking to throw it. Rifles it down the middle. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 9.
The AT unit on the field.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Looking for more room.
Get out of there.
The 30. The 10. Touchdown Gators. A great return touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Defensive score
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
is good. That makes
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. A fair catch called for and made. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese.
Bro, what are we
Obviously, this
doing?
offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to get to him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good.
Wow, 54. Goddamn.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Yeah, I'm like 54. He hit that easy.
And they'll try to start the climb with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
All right,
I don't
bro.
see a lot of these.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Just trucks through it. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess... bringing it out of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to work it to the 39-yard line. First down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. The throw. He makes the connection. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. Grabs it in the middle. At the 35,
Good
he's
shit.
open. He's loose. Touchdown, Florida. And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to talk about making it
We
easy.
just pushed that motherfucker forward for about 6 yards.
On first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The biggest lie college football coaches...
Bro, I was wondering, hey, I was wondering if that was you, bro. Because I remembered your fucking name.
You know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
He's moving out of the pocket.
Oh, let him throw it right, bro.
He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And when you're a quarterback, man.
Yeah, partial recall, bro. I was like, is that the homie from the chat? But you didn't say anything, so I was like, it must be somebody else. You should have said something, bro.
Makes it a little bit more difficult.
GG's.
He did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Back to pass, it's Ward. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down.
Give me that shit, boy.
Ball in the air, intercepted.
How did he tackle? There's no way.
Chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They got
Hey, that's funny as fuck, bro. Hell no.
so quickly.
That was GG's though, man. I like to match up with the chat, bro.
Take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Scanning the field, it's Flagway. They're bringing heat. Escapes trouble. And the pass rush is effective.
I don't know why my old liners get destroyed like this.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Florida 7, Miami 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, he's going to have to throw.
Hold it. Good shit, boy.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. That's a live ball. He can take it back for two. Took it all the way back inside the 15-yard line on the return. They got the touchdown. PAT was blocked, and now
That shit's so stupid. It's so random when that shit happens.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Back to pass, it's Ward. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
Oh my God, bro.
Spins away from one. Oh, look out, there he goes. Oh my goodness, he's still moving.
Okay.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big he's down at the 5.
They're showing you their intentions.
Right.
Early in
I'm
the
like,
game.
what?
Fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game.
That motherfucker a glitch.
Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Hurricanes will try to punch it in on first and goal.
Okay.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown.
Yeah, that's wild.
And that's a nice
Yeah,
drive,
yeah.
a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Getting some heat. Got his man. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room.
Nah, if you can break all them tackles, I better catch that shit.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short.
Oh, this motherfucker diving like that.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Hell no, he stay on his feet. He about to get ran by.
They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Quarterback adapted. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Looking to scramble. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
They're trying to get to it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go back to the air on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Florida 13.
The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
That nigga was strapped, bro. He ain't had nowhere to throw that bitch.
It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Hurricanes are in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back, They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
Yes, sir.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's flagged away. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground.
Damn. Who got fucked up like that?
And that is not happening.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Catch it and get out.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Oh, he's going to take a chance. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be
Yeah, I think it hit the lineman or some shit.
Sometimes it puts you
Yeah.
in the hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to...
Going for the big play. And
Fuck.
they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And
shit.
got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida 20, Miami 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They want that clock to run. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback will audible. Trying to pound it in. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down.
My motherfucker try to line up in that beat.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Out of the end zone. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. First down here for the offense. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage.
He caught that shit.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
On the move at the 30. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Gator. And the stomping has commenced.
Florida, number 21.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense.
Whoa.
Defense.
Okay. God damn.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pocket starts to collapse. Bought a little time, lets it go. And wings
Turn
it
around,
incomplete.
bro.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to throw, it's Ward. He's going up top here late in the game. And it was worth the
Good
gamble.
shit, safety. Saw you come help, boy.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
GG's, brother.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Not what they had in mind.
Hey, you was over there listening to them slaps, though.
2nd and 13. Running back searching for a hole. At the 45.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. GG's, bro.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why.
Hey, Ron, I'm about to send you that shit right now, bro. Let me just do this depth chart real fast, bro. What up, bro? Oh, okay, bet. Let's get to it.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will kick it away first. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running back goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Throws for the tight end. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right in the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big gain.
He's got the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Now on second down. Trying play action. Coming after it. Unloads it downfield.
Look at that.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Bro, what? Yeah, play your game, brother.
Attacking deep down the field. They're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. We're able to high point the football, creating the interception.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Come on, Larry. Come on.
Get
Get it out.
When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Finds his tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Back to throw, it's Flagway. And
Dropped
a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down coming up. The handoff to Johnson. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
And we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Wilson. And the defense settled in.
Damn, I should have just caught that and ran, but I thought he was going to fucking hit me.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. The 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The #1 job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure, the hit on the quarterback, forces the INT, and then Oski. As soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He wants to throw here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 35, he's loose.
There you go, boy.
Burner's coming. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida.
Ah, bro, we gave up the throw out of sack peak, bro. That was crazy.
Getting set for the point after.
As soon as he hit me, too, I knew I was like, yeah, he gonna catch that shit.
And it's up and good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Didn't find
Good hit,
any
boy.
crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over on 1st and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to go up top on 1st down.
Mo, what?
It's Haynes.
So you just gonna watch him catch the ball?
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Milrow. Trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the coverage team...
I could have swore I fair caught that.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, open runway ahead. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Flagway. Snagged in the end zone.
This shit is zip.
Gator. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. this here late in the half, Dave.
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity.
I don't know
to
how
take
we're
a
not
shot,
getting that
see
ball.
how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
After the misfire now on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. Not a lot going on.
Good tackle.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Right back to the well. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I don't know about that decision, bro.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch except ticket holders.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go, Hulk.
Catch him. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
It's about time Hawk entered the game, man. I'm like, fun.
Draw up a kickoff return, 87 yards, and he housed it. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Yeah, you for sure got to do something right here.
Rolls onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind
The
of
defense.
get back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
To the air, it's Milrow. They're bringing heat. Got his man on the right. He'll be
That's
stopped
me,
at
too.
the 27, but it's a
I'm sitting there looking at that shit.
15-yard
I don't know what I'm
gain.
doing.
That's a real good-looking throw-in. I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different
Good throw.
quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They
Mm-hmm.
Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator. And the route is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Miller with the ball.
Oh my God. I thought Miro kept that bit.
All right, nothing flashy there.
Bro, you know, it's not embarrassing, bro. It be like this sometimes, man. Shit, you know, this what happened to me the first game. That first game I played against Ohio State, bro. Exact same score, 35-7. Well, not exactly, you know. It happens to even the best, bro. But yeah, that decision before halftime didn't make too much sense, bro. Like, you can't be doing shit like that.
He's gonna pass. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Got his man on the outside. He couldn't find it.
That's how you get there, fucking Bridges. Thank you.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision.
Bro, it is not letting me fair catch those. I don't know why.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Coming out with it, it's Henderson.
Good tackle.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down.
Oh.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. Every loss is a learning opportunity, man.
Florida 38, Alabama 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To throw, it's Milroe. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Got got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You've got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Get in there.
And tackled there by...
How the fuck did we not get in there? Hey, partial recall, man. That's what's up, bro.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal.
Appreciate you, main man.
Barrels ahead. Touchdown Gators! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson.
Oh, I'm about to say.
He was
Somebody
hoping
get
for
this
something
motherfucker,
a little
man.
more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for
That's us, yeah.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight.
Oh, he over there hemming Milroe ass up, bruh.
Touchdown,
He was
Florida.
blocking the fuck out of him.
This defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost
This
the
shit
finish.
sad how you get there, man.
Nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Good read.
Got it
Fuck.
in the middle. It's Henderson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
That receiver
I wasn't even looking at that shit.
zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And an explosive play has him on the move. And he
I
gets
wish my
all the
safety
way
wouldn't
to the
just fucking
40-yard
stand there like
line.
that.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his 2nd catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
The sure hands, it's Haynes. And a good job of coverage by that defense.
Like, he's literally just out there looking at the ball. I don't understand that shit.
Their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Tide will get the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
This time he's got his man.
We got bumped.
GG's,
GG's, bro.
Stop, and the clock has expired here. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were...
Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. first down. Here comes this offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He's right on target. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He's looking to throw it. Complete downfield. Ripping off
catch,
a
boy.
pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone,
Damn, well, I just hold the ball.
away from the defender and make some big plays.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. He'll just keep slinging it. Working the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. And that ball is picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but
Good
they got it
defense.
inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Offense set on first down. Using his legs, it's Love. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Off he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. To the ground, he's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Got it, looking for a first. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown,
Where is he going?
Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the board.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 35. Oh, look out! Touchdown,
shit, ho.
Gators! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, and they blocked it. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother.
I've never seen a field goal block up the middle like that.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Offense getting set for 1st down. To the air. It's Leonard. Dances away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Snagged in the middle. It's Mitchell. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Evans. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
He looks that one in nicely. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or... Spread me out, make them defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Notre Dame 13, Florida 6.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
A first down for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And on second down for this offense. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a man. It's Leonard. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout.
Good throw.
Caught it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me.
Why is my D lineman running the other way?
You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. He's going to pass. On the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down inbounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
And he tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Now he's going to break the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch in.
I'm just being realistic, bro.
After that last
Duke
big
got a
gainer, they'll
deep
put it
team.
in play, 1st and 10 from their own 49.
And they got Cooper.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback moving. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside of the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Motion from the offense. Well, jet sweep pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators want to move quickly.
Yeah, y'all boys gonna transfer me, bro. For being honest, I gotta get transferred out of here.
And the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to throw it again. The freshman trying to take a shot, but put just a little too much on it.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Yeah, I know Xander wouldn't like that very much.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play.
Yeah, y'all got that light-skinned motherfucker who's pretty good. He a All-American or something? But he not Cooper Flag. And y'all ain't got the rest of Duke team either.
Pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
My running back just said, fuck blocking.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Caught near the sideline.
He ran out.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive.
Nothing but green ahead to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off.
He's off to the races. He's at the 10. They'll finally stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
GG's, bro.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense.
Bro, I do not
You know,
understand how.
the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to
I'm
now
fucking
freak
run
out
committing
and try
everything.
to
Look at 30.
reinvent things on either side of the football.
What are you doing?
Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find
And then he
that
gets through all
in this
that.
game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing
I
them
shut
well.
up, bro. I'm like, bro,
That's
fuck.
going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese.
Damn, bro, we done took 2 L's today. We took 2 L's on the day, chat. That's not a good stream, bro. That's fucking terrible. We got to do better next time, man. Bro, Florida team not as deep as Duke, though, bro. That's all I'm saying. And they got the #1 fucking draft pick on their team. Florida decent, though. But, you know, we going to be able to discuss this. We're going to see what they do soon. Y'all boys be smooth, man. Bro, I run commit my whole fucking defense, bro. And they just still getting through there on a fullback dive, which makes no sense. Like, that shit was fucking killing me, bro. Like, you know, I know what's coming. I'm run committing and everything. They're still getting through that bitch. Shit was weak. Anyway, man, y'all be cool, bro. I'm gonna get at y'all next time, man. Send you 100 in Florida wins. You just send me oh boy, you gonna be hurt. You gotta send that money out. Hey, y'all be smooth, bro.